Hello, Rams. Welcome back to another episode of Ram Report. I'm your host, James Wolfe. As always, bringing you the Hightstown Scoop. Now, everyone knows that every week at Hightstown High School is eventful, but when it's Spirit Week, well, it's even more eventful. So to recap on the nonstop action that was Spirit Week, we have Sammy Strickland with the story.
During the days leading up to the pep rally and homecoming game, HHS held its annual Spirit Week. This week's themes included Twin Day for Monday, Neon Day for Tuesday, Country vs. Country Club on Wednesday, Decades Day on Thursday, and ending off the week was Ram Apparel Day, all in time for our homecoming game.
Are you guys actually twins?
Yeah!
Yes. Say yes.
Yes.
Just kidding. It's just the outfit.
This is my best friend right here. This is my mother, bro. This is my brother from another mother, bro. God, bro. Let's go, bro. H-Town, baby. Let's go, bro. Heights up for life, bro. Let's go.
Okay, what's your favorite neon color?
I would say either orange or blue.
Mine is neon green.
Mine is neon orange.
Mine's definitely pink.
Do you guys represent country or country clubs?
We're both country club.
I'm representing Country Club.
Country.
What decade are you guys representing?
I'm representing the 90s. And I'm representing the 70s.
It was great seeing so many people pop out for Spirit Week. Let's give it up for the Hightstown High School students. For Ram Report, I'm Sammy Strickland.
Thank you, Sammy. Hightstown knows how to take school spirit to the next level. Of course, the big event at the end of Spirit Week was the pep rally. This year's pep rally was shifted to after school, but that did not affect the atmosphere and passion at all. Here's Amari Bosley with a full breakdown.
Well, hello Rams. I'm your reporter Amari Bosley, and I'll be updating you guys on what happened during the 2021 pep rally. It started off by introducing the HHS sports teams, starting with the boys and girls soccer team, the girls field hockey team, the tennis and cross country team, marching band, our football team, and our cheerleading team, who performed a small yet amazing routine. Afterwards, the rally began with its games: the relay race, dizzy bat relay race, musical chairs, human ring toss, and dizzy bat tic-tac-toe. The seniors, juniors, sophomores, and freshmen, and even the teachers who participated gave it their all and were pretty confident that they would win and be the champions for the pep rally. We'll see if their confidence from both the competitors.
We're gonna win though. We're gonna win though.
Yeah.
All I know is we gonna win. We gonna represent.
We're gonna win Junior 2023, baby. Let's go!
And the audience. Show who this year's real champion is. Let the games begin. First off, we have the relay race. The students selected had to run across the field to the finish line. At first, there was a false start, which the host seemed to have called Mr. Edwards out for being the reason behind it. Despite that, the game started again and ended just as fast, with seniors pulling in a win. Next up was the dizzy bat relay. The teams had to spin around on a bat, run across the field, and then get back to the next person in their group. Stakes were high with this game, with the juniors and seniors going head to head.
Welcome to the class of 2022. Winner.
All the teams had a great start,
But the sophomores.
started to fall behind midway into the game. Although the end was cutting in short, the juniors pulled through with the win. Our next game was musical chairs, and boy oh boy was this game intense. All the participants circled around the chairs, with 2 chairs in each round being cut out. Whoever was left that didn't get a chair was sent off with a little bye-bye from the host. As it got down to the final 5, there was a lot of fighting and controversy going on with who got what seat. But in the end, the seniors won again with a very sly move. Okay, seniors, I see you. The next game played was human ring toss.
What are we doing?
Human ring toss. Human ring toss.
What does that mean?
We're about to throw some rings on some humans.
Each team had a pair of people and hula hoops. One partner would toss the hula hoop over the other and then the next one, and vice versa. The first team to get both hula hoops over both partners wins. There was a lot of swerving, semi-diving, and short-handed tosses happening with all teams. But the seniors, yet again, came out with another victory. Next up is our final game of the rally.
What are you guys doing? What does that mean?
We're gonna play tic-tac-toe after we get this.
I couldn't have explained it better myself. The teams versing each other, the first pairs being the seniors and freshmen, and juniors with the sophomores, spun with a bat and ran to the hoops with their colored tags to put them in the 3 spaces in a straight line. The seniors and juniors won the first round and faced each other head on. And man, did the fight get dirty. Juniors were reminded to wait until their teams came back. Some were pulling on each other to the ground. And they even had to redo when 2 of the markers landed in the same spot. Despite the hectic game and rivalry, the juniors succeeded in this game. Some speculation did arise with that call, but with the judges' call saying that the juniors won, they pulled through with another win. The pep rally this year was just like the others, fun, competitive, and energetic. In the end, the seniors came in first with 3 wins under their belt, juniors second with 2 wins, then came third with sophomores, and freshmen last. And that wasn't all. We even got a small yet important moment that we couldn't leave out, homecoming.
And the winner of this year's homecoming king and queen, Brandon Deutsch and Sydney Broussard! Yeah!
They even got a chance to dance with each other.
You kicking me out, got my head spin.
The classes and teachers this year did such an amazing job. The energy brought this year definitely recovered last year from virtual learning. Congratulations to the seniors for winning this year's pep rally. Hopefully next year's will be just as exciting and wild as this one was. I'm Amari Bosley, signing off.
Thanks, Amari. It certainly was an exhilarating afternoon. Heading back inside the school, who says there's no such thing as free lunch? Well, we here at Hightstown know better because school lunches have been free all year. But does a free lunch taste as sweet? Let's go to Nick Gully at the cafeteria to find out. Nick?
It is a new school year, and after the crazy year we've all had, going to school and eating lunch with your friends is an experience we had all missed. Here at Hightstown High School, students experience free lunch. Yes, you heard that right, free lunch. From pizza to barbecue chicken patties, they have got it all. And man, are kids thrilled about free food. Once class is dismissed, the pizza line instantly fills in. So get to Cafe M quick, or you'll be waiting a long time. Although these snacks aren't free, these tasty delights such as chocolate chip cookies continue to be a hot topic in the lunchroom. However, with these lengthy lines these treats produce, many students take advantage.
What's your take on students taking more than one lunch?
I think it's okay as long as everyone in line has gotten a lunch first, and if there's like extras afterwards, then I feel like it's okay.
How do you feel about school lunches being free this year?
I think it's a great opportunity for students to be able to get the food that they need. In years past, there may have been like a stigma with getting free lunch, but now that everyone has the opportunity to, there's really not a stigma anymore.
I agree with Abby about the stigma part, and especially because some kids may not have the access to a bunch of food at home, so they could come here at school and not have to worry about like they don't have enough money for it.
Over the summer, the schools have decided to change the layout for school lunches. Hightstown High School students are divided by equally spaced seating, with clear dividers located on every table. Students sit only on spots designated by a yellow X. This provides students with a safe and practical lunch setting.
I don't really like them because it's kind of hard to hear your friends like when they're talking to you during lunch.
I agree. I think it's hard to hear sometimes, and sometimes I have to stand up if I want to talk to someone on the other side of the table.
It's clear that the changes to school lunches have had an impact on Hightstown High School students. For Ram Report, I'm Nicholas Gully.
Man, am I hungry. Thank you, Nick, for that tasty scoop. Rush Week is a great week for new students to learn about clubs and find their interests. Elijah Bond was able to stop in and grab some footage.
Rush Week is an annual event here at Hightstown High School. Although it did not happen last year, the turnout was fantastic this year. Rush Week was held from October 5th to October 7th in the main gym during lunches. Students were invited to explore all the clubs Hightstown had to offer and see if it matched their interests. Mr. Camps and Vice President of Student Council, Priyanka Das, are making sure all students, both new and returning, can see and experience all the clubs.
So we have about 25 different clubs represented here, and there's probably another 5 or 10 more that maybe just couldn't be organized at this point to be here, but are still active throughout the year. I would say it's a bit of a challenge this year because we normally set up in the commons, so we're here in the gym, but we're making it work, and it's actually creating a nice kind of community feel.
Rush Week is basically a week in school where everyone gets to come to the gym and check out all the clubs. It's really great for all the grades to get re-involved, especially after a COVID year. Join new clubs and find new interests.
Some of the clubs represented were Class Council, Robotics, ACE Club, Ram Report, Key Club, GSA, DECA, Biology Club, and many more. And based on early feedback, many clubs have seen an increase in enrollment. Hopefully, students have been informed and have decided to get involved in clubs. From Ram Report, this is Elijah Aban.
Great story, Elijah. Now here's something really special. Danny Alexandre has for us the first episode of a new Ram Report series focusing on students with small businesses. Danny?
Hightstown High School student body is one of diversity. From soccer to sewing, the students will always find a way to surprise you. This is a delve into the entrepreneurial spirit of the student body. This is Students with Small Businesses.
My name is Pawan Vasav and I'm in 11th grade.
Here in his backyard, Plowman runs a small business off one of his hobbies. It wasn't always supposed to be a business, though.
I knew it was a possibility to make money off it, but I didn't necessarily start to make money. More as a hobby, and then, if I sell a few knives along the way, why not?
Blacksmithing isn't a regular backyard hobby. When asked how he got into it, Plowman told us it was TV, oddly enough.
It has to be from the show Forge and Fire that is on History Channel. Ash and I started watching that a couple years ago, and I've just been very interested ever since. And when my dad also got interested, that's when we decided to actually buy the equipment to start.
We had an opportunity to get into his shop and see his work firsthand, and learn some of his process behind making gear.
The process is pretty long, and involves a lot of steps that kind of counteract each other, such as heating up the knife, which turns it black in color, and then you have to clean it off and do the rough shaping. Once again, you have to heat it up and do what's called a quench, which is you're dipping it in oil to bring it down to the temperature that it will harden. Every steel is different, so you gotta know how to do that. And then from there, just putting on the finishing touches, such as handles and decorations.
Being a student doesn't hold him back, and he explains how he manages.
It's definitely the time management, because everything takes a lot of time, and if you don't know how much time you're gonna need or what you're gonna do exactly, then there's no way to actually manage yourself and know what you have to do and when.
If you too are a young entrepreneur, let us know and reach out. You may be featured on the next episode of Students with Small Businesses. This is Danny Alexandre. Back to you at the studio.
Thank you, Danny. And we're all looking forward to the next episode of Students with Small Businesses. And now, for entertainment news, media has a big part in our lives, and entertainment has an even bigger part. That's why we are featuring 2 reviews this episode, a movie review and a game review. Let's take a look.
Welcome to RAM Ratings. In the last few months, many hype movies have been released to the public. This year, Marvel movies have taken over the scene with movies like Shang-Chi, Venom, Black Widow, and the upcoming Spider-Man movie.
However, we'll be talking about the huge mess that Venom Let There Be Carnage came out to be. Audience reviews had this movie scored an 84%, while Rotten Tomatoes already had it as 59%. But our major question is, what made Venom 2 not worth the watch?
God, I'm so sorry. Not sorry!
This two needs some serious couples counseling.
People say it was rushed when it came to the story development, while others say that the concept was almost boring. While the movie definitely had some good jokes and intense actions, viewers say that it did not live up to the standards of its prequel.
I will let you eat everybody! Promise! I promise! Oh, yeah!
In our opinion, it was a combination of the two. It wasn't as bad as the critics say. However, with the hype that the movie received, Venom 2 was very underwhelming.
I don't know what came over me, please. Let me fix it. So I can forget it again!
This has been Aditya and Rowan on Ram Ratings.
Now, for this month's game review, we have Metroid Dread. Nearly 20 years after the series' last 2D installment that continued the Metroid storyline with Metroid Fusion for the Game Boy Advance, Metroid Dread elevates the series to new heights while bringing its Tekken-log narrative to a close. The game feels fluid in its combat and story progression, although you can get stuck easily in its many paths and rooms. The game not only has a lengthy game time for completion, but also has many ways to complete the game as an incentive for speedrunners. The collectibles and power-ups in this game that are scattered in every nook and cranny feels rewarding to collect, although it can become boring at times to collect the same missile upgrades and power-ups just to open a path and progress through the game. Planet CDR feels alive and meticulously put together for a great story world progression experience. The game doesn't hold back in its difficulty and complexity that the series is known for, since it is one of the most difficult Metroid games of the recent years. The bosses feel like a challenge, and every time you defeat them it feels like you have gotten better, and the enemy sequences evoke a sense of alertness and uneasiness every time you encounter one. So, overall, I will give Metroid Dread a 4.5 rams out of 5, and I would say it's a must-play for anyone with a Switch that's looking for an action-adventure game with the polish that the series is known for. Now, we have November releases starting with Just Dance 2022 on November 4th, Call of Duty Vanguard on November 5th, Forza Horizon 5 on November 9th, Shin Megami Tensei 5 on November 12th, and Battlefield 2024 and Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl on November 19th. That's everything from our part at the Entertainment Center. Back to the studio with you, James.
It's been a wild fall so far, and not just talking about the football season. Let's go to Krish with the weather.
Today's weather is going to be mostly sunny with a high of 53 and a low of 33 degrees Fahrenheit. However, with the winds blowing from 5 to 10 miles per hour, it could feel slightly colder. For the rest of the week, nothing big is happening, but I do advise getting your winter jackets out because it is going to start getting very cold. On Thursday, it is going to be mostly sunny with a high of only 53 and temperatures will drop to 33 degrees Fahrenheit in the night. On Friday, it is going to be cloudy with a chance of rain in the morning with a high of only 48 degrees Fahrenheit. However, temperatures will drop to the freezing point of 32 degrees Fahrenheit in the night, so bundle up if you're planning to go outside. During the weekend, the weather should be fairly nice with partly cloudy skies and temperatures in the mid-50s. However, there could be a chance of showers in the morning of Saturday. So the weather for the rest of the week is going to be fairly pleasant and stable, unlike the nor'easter we had last week. That's it for the weather. Back to you.
Thanks, Krish. Now I know I need to go find my jacket. Well, that concludes this episode of Ram Report. It has been awesome to provide you with the best news Hightstown has to offer. I'm James Wolfe, and as always, have a Ramtastic day.